Why is search important? So I love search because I think it gives an insight into what consumers are actually thinking and where they are in their decision-making process. You can tell by the search terms that someone types in what information they are actually requesting and whether they're right at the start or they are just a few weeks away from making that final decision. Search is relevant throughout that whole journey. So up front it may be that they are trying to find a little bit more about obesity or surgery or weight loss alternatives. They then may go, okay, yep, I think I want to do lap band. So what are some of the costs relating to lap band surgery? They find those out. Then they go, okay, I want to find out a little bit more around the clinics in my area. So they may do a local area search. So what is happening within Wellington, what is happening within New South Wales or within Sydney to see what clinics are on their radar. From there, in retain, so after they have actually had the band, looking for some safe foods for the lap band. So they've had a bit of reflux or they've had a bit of they're not getting as much food as they used to. So what are some of the foods that they do actually want to enjoy? And then the last one is sharing the lap band journey. So this is really where some of the success stories and some of the patient testimonials do come into it. So people are searching and they are looking for those weight loss success stories. What we do when we are looking at a search engine is we go to Google or we go to Yahoo and we're going because we want to find the answers to a result. So we go in and type in obesity surgery or obesity alternatives to see what things do actually come up and display the content for us. From a search engine perspective, if you think about it from their point of view, it is more that it's being asked a question and it will display the information that it does actually have access to. Everyone does start with generic terms. So they will start with weight loss alternatives or obesity surgery or weight loss surgery. They start there. So when people are using those terms, you know that they are early on in their process. It doesn't matter what socioeconomic, what gender, what age group, they all start there. There are two components or two elements of search. There is the natural or the SEO type of search, which is the non-paid for search. And then there is the paid for search, which is the SEM. So that's the search engine marketing. So having a look and seeing where the paid and where the natural areas are is we've done an obesity surgery search. All of this area within here is actually the natural or the search engine optimized place. All of this area highlighted at the top here is basically the paid placements. So these are the placements that you do actually pay for on Google. If we did a obesity surgery Perth, and this was just a generic search, so it's not going specifically into maps, but you can see that the Perth Bariatric Obesity Surgery Centre does come up as #1, and all of their contact details are here. So this is something that is really important to get into, and that is the Google Places. So making sure that you do actually have your clinic represented and pinpointed on Google Places. So this is Circle of Care's Google Places page. It does have all of the information here. It does have specific information or a description of what the clinic is. The email addresses. There's no videos or photos here. Great opportunity to actually include some of those videos and photos, particularly before and after in the patient testimonials. And then the reviews. So at the moment there are no reviews on the site, but it would be good to go and encourage your patients and the ones who have definitely experienced a positive outcome to go and write a review of your clinic within Google Places. One of the other great things about Google Places is that you can actually share updates, so very similar to social networks, through your Google Places page. One of the other tools that Google does offer so that you can understand what people are searching is Google Insights for Search. So the URL, you'll see down the bottom of the screen, is www.google.com/insights/search. And what it allows you to do is actually add a number of terms that are relevant to you or relevant to your clinics to search based on your location, whether that is Australia or New Zealand, and also the time frames. So you can see what people have been searching and what terms and how they are relating. So I've done a quick search on obesity surgery, weight loss surgery, gastric banding surgery. in New Zealand just for 2010. So if we look at obesity surgery and weight loss surgery, more people are searching weight loss surgery. So that's nothing new. We know that people are scared of using the term obesity, so they will look for those softer terms like weight loss surgery or weight loss. One of the most important things about search is that it's always on. You can't determine when a potential patient is actually going to come and want to find information out about obesity or weight loss surgery. So you have to be present 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, because if you're not there, one of your competitors will be. And this is particularly relevant in Australia, but Google is the remote control for the internet. So 75% of all people do start their internet browsing and their internet sessions with Google, or even with a search engine. So they will go there first before they actually delve any deeper into any of that information. And 65% of all search traffic is actually generated from above the line or offline mediums. In Australia, there are about 1.5 billion searches a month, and that's continuing to grow. In New Zealand, it's around about 220 million searches a month, and that is growing and continuing to grow over time. So the reason that search is important to you is if you're not there, someone else is going to be. And it gives you an insight into consumers. What are they searching? What are the keywords that they're using? What content should you be taking, or what insights should you be taking from that and updating your content on your website? So if they are looking for weight loss surgery and you've only got obesity surgery referenced everywhere on your site, how can you actually change it so that it's not obesity surgery, it is actually weight loss surgery? For additional information around search engine optimization and the techniques needed to improve your website, Google have about 196 different criteria that they try and make sure that the sites are adhering to. So those 196 different things you need to be making sure that you are across and aware of. One of the references that will go with this webinar is actually some tips for search engine optimization. So please feel free to download that and make sure that you do go through it and make sure that you are ticking at least some of those 196 things to do.